the same thing. And I could tell in their voices, they were not thrilled with the warm-up next week.
Maybe it will change.
There's nothing we could do about it. I understand that. But
maybe it will moderate. It won't get quite so warm. Maybe it won't be 80.
You know what?
You know what
we can look at, Landry? We can say, well, at least we'll save money on our heating bills, right?
If it's what, 30-ish right now? I mean, that's brisk. I mean, that does feel like Christmas.
Yeah, it's 35, 6 degrees. 33 or 34 or 35 or something.
Let's record a video outside right now and talk about how it feels and then play it on Christmas Day to remind ourselves what it can feel like.
On Christmas Day in the morning. Sunny skies today. High of about 62, which is just a nice late fall day because winter is tomorrow, right? Or this weekend or something, or Sunday. No, it's Sunday. Sunday.
This Chinese calendar is not telling me.
Landry, it's Japanese, first of all.
Nevertheless, big picture. The
Or is it
calendar
Chinese?
isn't telling me.
Maybe it is Chinese. I don't know.
Well, it says Japan's traditional art.
Okay, so let's go back to Japan. The 21st is Sunday, and that is the first day of winter. So, big picture, it's a beautiful late fall day today. It's going to be about 62. Now, the breezes are going to be up again, like yesterday. Wind's going to be up. We'll take a look at your forecast coming up at the bottom, but I can tell you tomorrow, 70, and then Sunday back down around 55, and then Monday about 69, Tuesday, 73, Christmas Eve, doggone it, 75, Christmas Day, 78.
You know, we're getting dangerously close to that time of year where we talk about the stories of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just reminded of one of them from, was it last summer? Remember the Coldplay Kiss Cam video?
Yes.
Remember that story?
Oh, yes.
Some company CEO was caught on camera with the CFO or the COO or the CIA or something.
Yeah.
And they were in an embrace. Turns out at least one of them was married to someone else.
Yeah. And then they got mad at Coldplay or America.
They
got mad at America.
They were trying to share a private adulterous moment, and Coldplay outed them. How dare they?
In public, they were sharing it at a concert with about 10,000 people.
A private public moment at a private public event. And was that last summer?
I think so. And then the fact that he chose to be outraged is the ridiculous aspect of it there. Yes, but to answer your question, yes.
What's more ridiculous? That reaction, that whole event and that reaction, or Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia's reaction on social media when he did not win the Heisman?
Actually, I think the couple's reaction is more ridiculous because they were doing something wrong. The Pavia just got angry and popped off, which was stupid.
But I have never in my life heard of somebody not winning the Heisman Trophy and then blasting the voters for not giving him the Heisman Trophy.
Well, neither. It's selfish and it's immature and ridiculous. That's like when you don't win the Academy Best Actor. Imagine the other guys who are nominated for Best Actor spending their time, and it'll probably happen one of these days. But one of the guys who loses just taking to the social media and blasting the Motion Picture Association.
Pavi is 23 years old?
Yeah.
Somebody wrote on the internet, it may have been one of the voters.
Somebody wrote on the internet.
Somebody took to the internet. It may have been a voter from the Tuscaloosa Times. Is it possible that a reporter, that the sports guy is a Heisman voter?
Landry, anything's possible.
He wrote, after 6 years of college, you would have thought Pavia had taken at least one class in humility. Apparently not. After 6 years of college.
Good night.
And by the way, at some point, do you have to leave college anymore? Or can you work on a PhD and still play ball?
Good morning, girls. Let the cult begin. Came across the text line 5 minutes ago. Also, 25 degrees, 7 miles northeast of Hammond. Brr. 225-9697 is the text line. Yes, I have seasoned firewood for sale. Farmers use a lot of oil every single season, don't you? Oilfield companies use a lot of oil all the time. If you buy a lot, then saving some per unit is going to save you a lot of money. Well, that's Camrock. Their oil is made to the same specs and does the same thing as the designer brand, the high-dollar designer brand, but Camrock's oil does it for a lot less. Camrock Supplies next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City. They're also located in Oklahoma City, Midland, Texas, and Ulysses, Kansas.
What kind of seasoning do you think he uses on a seasoned wood?
Oh, I'd say probably got to be some garlic powder.
Is it a dry rub?
Garlic salt.
Is it some of that burger stuff or the chicken meat? Or is it the Cajun? Oh, the Cajun flavor.
You know what my policy is? If it's seasoning, I'll put it on anything. I'll put burger seasoning on chicken. I'll put chicken seasoning on burgers.
It seasons meat.
If it makes it taste better, then it doesn't matter, does it?
Some of the best food that I eat at home is when my wife will make chicken on the stove. I like grilled food because I like the flavor. But with meat, especially with chicken, the grill can dry chicken out.
Sure.
But on a skillet, in the skillet, lemon pepper on chicken in a skillet. It doesn't dry out. It is delicious. I love lemon pepper chicken made on the stove. I do. I love it.
What cuts of chicken are we talking about here?
Without boneless. Just
breast,
chicken breast,
or,
probably.
Okay,
probably.
Or thighs.
Meat.
You ever do thighs?
No, nothing with a bone, Nathan.
Ever?
Oh, no.
But Landry, it's the closest to the bone is where it is sweetest.
In adulthood, I discovered boneless meat. It's a delight.
Do you remember, listeners, were you raised by anybody like our mom who we would eat fish sometimes? Not a lot, no, but once in a great while, we would eat fish because maybe somebody caught it, and Mom was constantly, now be careful, don't choke on a bone, watch for bones.
Chew really hard. That's how we grew up eating fish. To this day, I'm leery of fish because of the bones. You hear about people getting choked. You don't want to swallow a fish bone.
Some stores sell boneless thighs.
Chopper Dave.
Well,
wouldn't that be a great Christmas gift? Some boneless thighs for the ones you love. Boneless thighs for everyone.
Meat for Christmas.
This morning on the way to the radio station, I was thinking about this year's gift I'm giving because I drove past the convenience stores. I thought, this year I'm going to follow through. I'm buying everyone a gallon of gasoline. That's what I'm doing this year. At these prices, Nathan, you can't afford not to. Everybody on my Christmas list this year, I'm going to buy a gallon of gasoline.
Oh, I thought you were going to say an air freshener or a Red Bull. Either an air freshener for your car or a Red Bull. One of our listeners texted in at 225-9697. Landry, you're bad to the bone. Beautiful.
Remember when we used to carry something called ONN? The ONN News Network?
Yeah, Oklahoma News Network.
A guy
sure.
named Jerry Bonin.
Yeah,
Bonin? Bonin.
B-O-H-N-E and Bonin.
Nathan, I used to say that he was bad to the bonin.
That's right. But he was never bad to Amy Donuts at 301 North Van Buren on the east side of Elk City, open 4:30 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, 7 days a week. That's
Wait, were they open when?
4:30 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. Monday through Sunday, which means after putting in 7 days of work, okay, Monday through Sunday, after putting in 7 days of work, Sunday night, they look at each other and say, well, only a few more hours till another work day.
Monday through Sunday.
Monday through Sunday, Landry, that's when they're open. Monday through Sunday.
That's also known as every day.
That's right, 7 days a week.
They're never not open.
Amy Donuts, 301 North Van Buren, east side of Elk City. Become one of the Van Buren boys.
Is Diamondback Correctional Facility advertising on this radio station?
Well, I haven't heard them. Why?
Because I see them in the Oklahoman, and I've heard them on KMGL, and it's out of Watonga, right? Isn't that Diamondback? Aren't they trying to hire people to go work at the prison at Watonga?
Probably.
And I thought, well, where aren't we? Are we in the listening area? Is Watonga in our listening area? At 225-9697. It's this side of the river.
No, I don't think so.
It isn't?
Doubt it. Because then you go north as well, and you got trees blocking.
Well, I don't know that I've ever been to Watonga.
Ever? Yeah, you have. Didn't you go? I went to academic deal in.
Did we go to Watonga?
Mm-hmm.
Did we stop at Romano's?
Mm-hmm.
And shoot a round of golf? 9 holes and then have a sandwich?
We did go to Romano's, actually. And
did we?
Got out and walked around a little bit, but we went to the school there and did an academic thing.
So we went to Watonga.
I did. I don't know if you were there, but I did. Landry, I was academically involved in school. I don't know what you were doing.
After I missed curfew, I got cut from the team. You don't remember that? That scandal?
Rusty says This is our good friend Rusty Rickard. He's talking about those boneless thighs. He said, how do them chickens walk around without any bones? It's a great question.
We're told that a great-grandmother we never met because she died before we were born, Granny Holly.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan and I have been told growing up, Granny Holly, because she was always somebody's grandmother. When you're growing up, your grandmother was always a grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Was always, 90. Apparently, Granny Holly, the kids would come up and they would want her to do something, want her to play, want her to get out of her chair. And Granny Holly would say, oh, I can't play with you. I've got a bone in my leg. I've got a bone in my leg.
Remember when you turned 10 or 11 or 12 or 13 and you realize you finally come to grips with the fact that Granny's name was not Granny? That Mama's name was not, in fact, Mama, that they actually had names?
Yeah, I think I was probably in my 20s when I realized that.
I know. Well, if you'd gone to that academic meet at Watonga, you might have got some sense.
Remember when you learned that your grandparents had been your age at one point? They had been young.
I'm convinced they never were.
I've seen pictures. I've heard stories. My grandparents at one time were young people. Isn't that weird?
I guess. Okay. Could you guys do me a favor? Big shout out to Tina Marie Leverett. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'll be lost without her. She probably ain't listening, but yeah, it still counts. Thank you, guys. Hope your day's blessed. So Tina Marie Leverett.
Is that a birthday deal?
No, just shout out.
Oh, okay. This
is your shout out song. It didn't last too long. Hey. That's, we didn't practice or anything.
Nathan,
and it showed.
I just realized yesterday it dawned on me. We were 1 day away from being 2 weeks away from being on the show 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are 2 weeks away from 20 years on the show. 2 weeks away.
Have you finalized your speech yet?
I'm working with someone. I'm working with my life coach to come up with just the right words.
2 weeks from today, we're 20 years on the show. We will be here and play, and then I can do better than that.
Jordan at the Paragon Communications Christmas party.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what that is? KECO,
the company who owns us.
Wait a minute, what are we?
The company that owns us.
Yes.
That employs us.
Paragon.
Is Paragon Communications.
Right. And at the Paragon Communications Christmas party, was that last week?
Mm-hmm.
Last week?
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting by JC himself, Mr. Jordan Kane.
Oh, by the way, he popped into my office the other day and said, I missed you at the party, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, Landry said he sat by you and y'all talked, and it was awesome.
You weren't there?
Shut up. That's how you win any argument. Shut up.
I told Jordan, I said, we've been doing the show 20 years. I didn't just bring it up. I think he asked or something or whatever.
Right.
Anyway.
Come on, Landry. You were wearing a T-shirt. You were wearing the T-shirt. We've been on the air 20 years.
That says, ask me about being on TEMS for 20 years.
Yeah.
And he said, so, got big plans? What's going on? And I said, I don't know. Are there big plans for the 20-year anniversary? And I said, not that I know of.
You know what we're going to do?
We're going to do the show.
We're not going to make the mistake others have made when they have the big 100th episode show or the big finale show, and they change it up and make it something else.
Right.
We're going to continue to do the same mediocre, mildly amusing radio show.
The same 6 out of 10
show
we've been doing
That's right.
for 20 years.
That's right.
Rotten Tomatoes gave us a 5.7.
Let me tell you something, Landry. Here's my pledge to you and America.
Are you pledging allegiance?
That day, we will fill 60 minutes of airtime with something.
But seriously, Jordan Kane and I were talking at the Paragon Communications Christmas party at Simon's Catch the night I had a delicious steak and brownie pie.
Yes.
Jordan said he was going on about his experience at Elk City Schools under the tutelage of Mr. Timothy DeWitt.
Yeah.
He said, that's where I learned to read music. He said, Jordan, if you don't know, Jordan Kane is a professional musician. He said there are other professional musicians he comes across who don't know how to read music.
Elvis couldn't read music.
That's what I said. He said there are people who don't know how to read music. He does. And he says it's because of Tim DeWitt. It's because of Elk City High School band. He said that got me started on my career. So how do you like that?
Yeah, how do you like me now? Do you remember earlier when we gave that shout out to Tina?
Yeah.
Well, now we have another listener saying, way to go, Tina.
Do you know who played Ginger on Gilligan's Island?
Yes.
Who was it?
Tina Louise.
That's right. Very good. The actress Tina Louise.
One of our listeners says, will you be having a hot dog eating contest for the anniversary party?
I was at the grocery store the other day that doesn't advertise on the show, so I'm not going to mention it. But I went by the meats.
Wagga bag?
I went by the. How did you know?
I had a feeling.
Circle K. I went by the meat department, and they had brats, and I thought, I love a good brat.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked for that Italian sauce. I mean, when I say I looked, I only looked for about 12 seconds.
Okay,
maybe it was half that. For the Italian sausage you claim is carried there. Is it in the sausage hot dog area?
It's frozen.
Oh, frozen. Oh.
Yeah, I think it's frozen.
Well, I didn't know that.
Have you guys been keeping up with our Santa's Heroes that we've been awarding and rewarding? If you are online, perhaps you've seen the videos. You can go to the KECO Facebook page. See the Santa's Christmas Heroes we've awarded, thanks to Dameron Jewelers, Wendy Nissan, Culver Stone and Cyclone Metal Buildings, DJ's Rentals and Sales, Shy the Repair Guy, Hutton Inc., Elk City Lube and Wash, 3B Pumping, The Depot, and CMD Plumbing. Watch now at KECOFM.com. Okay, so you can go to the website, KECOFM.com. Is there anything else I miss? All right. All right, tonight's a basketball game. Tonight's a football game. Well, actually, there are basketball games tonight. That's the dealio. Friday night, Paragon TV, Lukiba at Sentinel, 6:30. Arnett at Hammond, 6:30. ParagonTV.com. But there's also a football game. We'll talk about that coming up. Rusty says, on your 20th anniversary, you should have Chopper Dave drop turkeys from his helicopter. The turkey drop, Landry. I'm at WKRP in Cincinnati.
Nathan and Landry have to spray their throats with honey and lemon now. The early morning show on KECO.
What if you got yourself a new pickup for Christmas? While it's still 2025, Barbara Dyson Ford has all 2025 F-150s ready to go with 0% interest for 60 months. Pick any trim package you want, the deal's the same. All 2025 F-150s come with no interest for 5 years. And to make sure you get everyone else gifts they want, make no payments for 90 days. It's the most wonderful time of the year at Barbara Dyson Ford. Online at barbadysonford.net. This message, Santa certified, and comes with a North Pole seal of approval.
House shoes are always a good little stocking stuffer, or just like a cozy little gift to get the house shoe with the blanket combined. I don't feel like you can go wrong there. We have a brand called Spongel. It's soap on a sponge, and it goes up to at least 25 plus uses. That's a great stocking stuffer to come in and get. We also have little jewelry boxes. We have teleties. We have perfume. So several different items to look out for stockings.
What are those right over? They look familiar. What am I pointing at?
Those beautiful nutcrackers. I just love nutcrackers. They are just so fun and just make a great table display.
Tell me about these things right here.
They kind of remind me of the Whoville trees. They are just fun addition to winter, and I feel like you can leave them up all winter long. It's not just one of those Christmas trees that you feel like you want to just take down as soon as Christmas is over. Any gift you buy, whether it is small or you have 4 bag loads, we offer free gift wrapping. Grandview Pharmacy and Gifts, now located at 1503 West 3rd Street in Elk City.
It's Dameron Jewelers' 75th anniversary, and in honor of this historic milestone, Diamond Ray and Dixie Dameron are having a 40% off store-wide sale. That's everything in the store. 40% off for 2 days only, December 19th and 20th, just in time for Christmas. Don't miss Dameron Jewelers' 75th anniversary sale this weekend at Dameron Jewelers in downtown Elk City.
Where they're famous for diamonds, we're here to tell. It's Dameron Jewelers' anniversary sale.
Dameron Jewelers, where they're famous for diamonds.
You got 5-6 tractors out there. You got a dozer, a trackhoe, a grader, something like that. I mean, you go through a lot of oil in a season. I mean, you'll use a few hundred gallons in a season. So here at Camrock, we have the same specification oil as the other brand, where people think that they have to use that for a certain color on their tractors and stuff like that. But we have the same oil specifications as they do. Works just as well, does the same thing, lubes it just the same. Price comparison is, it's not even a comparison. We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil. They can come in and talk to us, see what they want, or give us a call, and we can come out, see what they have, fill their tanks, set them tanks, That's what we've done here in the past. We've converted a lot of farmers over to our brand, our house brand of motor diesel oil. The price savings it's huge for them. We sell it to oil field companies also. They use it in frac pumps, and they're not happy, you know it, and it's working great for them. Camrock is the name of the company. It's 2111 South Main, Elk City, south of Fred's Steakhouse. The price savings it's huge for them.
Level up your fitness at Modern Fitness. With 24-hour access, you can work out anytime you want. Modern Fitness in Elk City. Get in shape and have fun doing it at a really nice gym.
Nathan and Landry Brewer are so talented, we're thinking about actually paying them to do this gig.
Oh, that's bad.
No, that's good.
How come?
The early morning show continues right now.
Just YouTube, I guess.
28 minutes after 7, 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. Nathan, Landry, and you, and we appreciate it. Don't think for a moment we don't appreciate it. You would be mistaken. If you allowed yourself to even begin to start to think about imagining we don't appreciate you, you'd be wrong, okay? Through New Year's Eve, Barbara Dyson Ford is offering 0% interest for 5 whole years, 60 months, or 5 years, whichever comes first. 5 years or 60 months, whichever comes first. On all 2025 Escapes, Explorers, Transit Vans, F-150s, yes. Christmas gift for yourself, check. Tax deduction for yourself, check. If you're a business owner, ag producer, that type of deal. Barbara Dyson Ford, northeast part of Elk City. 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. This is how old I'm getting. This is how early I get up in the morning. Landry, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
You know I read at night. I like to read. I like to sequester myself in a room by myself and read. And so I'm sitting in my chair last night and I'm reading. And I start reading at, 8:15, 8:20. And I read a while. And I think, I'm pretty tired. I think I'll just sit here, maybe just lean my head back and close my eyes. And I dozed off at 8:45. 8:45.
For how long?
Well, it was not long because my son came in. He awakened me to tell me he was going somewhere, and he was shocked I was asleep. It was one of those where I know I had actually fallen asleep because I was mildly confused when he woke me up. And so you be Sam and try to get my attention.
Hey, Dad, is there somebody again?
I did. I said, I had fallen asleep. 8:45. I dozed off. 8:45. Landry, when we were in our prime, the party hadn't even started yet at 8:45. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, when we were in our prime, we also did not wake quite so early.
No.
The sun was usually up when we awakened. Now, not so.
No.
Not so.
Dozed at 8:45 last night. For you to keep making money, the equipment and machinery have got to keep running. They'll help you do that. American Hose and Supply inside the Camrock building next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City. Bob Maddox and the company, 303-1123 is the number, 303-1123. You remember Will Muschamp?
Mm-hmm.
He rose to fame, Landry. He rose to fame as a fiery defensive coordinator on the sidelines in Austin, Texas, about 15 or 20 years ago. He was the D coordinator for Mac Brown, and this is the first time I think I had ever heard this, the first time I remember hearing it anyway, that he was named head coach in waiting.
Yeah.
When Mac Brown finally resigned or retired, then Will Muschamp was supposed to become the next head coach. And then Mac didn't leave. He stayed, and Will Muschamp was like, maybe he's never going to leave. I think I'll go be a head coach somewhere else. And so he left and went to Auburn.
I don't know that model is a good model to follow, where you say, okay, well, we have a coach, but when he leaves, we already know who's going to replace him.
Why not?
Well, things can change. And I don't know that saying, okay, our guy right now, it might be 5 more years, but we're going to make him the head coach in 5 years. What if he turns out to, do less well than you think? What if he has problems? What if it's personal problems?
Why couldn't they just change their mind and say,
well, they could, but you look like a fool to say, we're going to make you our next head coach.
Well, here's the deal. Apparently, I don't remember much about it. But I guess Texas defense had improved so much, and everybody was so fired up about Will Muschamp doing the job. They figured, oh, he's so good, he's going to leave and be a head coach somewhere else. We better get him to be our next guy. So they named him head coach in waiting, but Mac wouldn't leave.
Well, that's part of the issue is then you have to have a head coach who's actually willing to retire.
Yeah.
And Mac, in fact, not only was Mac not willing to leave, he wasn't even willing to technically retire from coaching.
No.
He left Texas and went to North Carolina.
Did TV for a year or two and then went to North Carolina and then retired again.
To get North Carolina ready for Bill Belichick.
Well, and to get retirement in 2 states. Will Muschamp went to Auburn, flamed out there, went to South Carolina, flamed out there. I don't know what he's been doing, but now the headline this morning I saw, and it surprised me, Steve Sarkisian, the head coach now at Texas, he's fired his defensive coordinator, and they're bringing Will Muschamp back to Austin, Texas to be the defensive coordinator.
I guess at one time, he was a pretty salty defensive coordinator. So Steve Sarkisian obviously has confidence in Will Muschamp. Can you go back and do it again? You know, they tried that at OU. Remember when Mike Stoops left, and then Bob brought him back?
And it didn't work.
And then Brent Venables left.
Yeah, he said, I'm out of here. Huh?
Went to Clemson, and then Mikey Stoops got fired by Lincoln Riley.
Yeah. Well, Coach V said, let's see, I've been the last few years the defensive coordinator. I don't want to be the co-defensive coordinator again. I think I'll just leave.
One of the probably poor decisions that Bob Stoops made.
Yeah, he made 2 glaringly unwise decisions. That was one of them. The other one was kicking twice to Tyreek Hill. Anyway, and the reason that Steve Sarkisian at Texas, the reason he's bringing on Will Muschamp to be the defensive coordinator is he has released and relieved Dwayne Akina. Let's see, defensive coordinator Pete Kwiatkowski and defensive passing game coordinator Dwayne Akina will not be retained. He's fired them. They went 10-3. Think about this, Landry. They went 10-3. By just about any modern measure in college football, that's a successful season. They were this close to making the playoff. If they'd beaten Florida,
yeah, one less loss.
If they had beaten Florida, they'd have made the playoff. Now here's part of the problem. Preseason, number 1, they were supposed to have the Heisman winner. They were supposed to just run gangbusters, and then they lose 3 games, which losing to Ohio State is no big deal.
The problem was Florida.
What was the other game they lost?
Was it Georgia?
Yeah. Okay. Well, neither one of those. Lose to Ohio State, lose to Georgia. Neither one of those looks bad.
No, those aren't bad losses.
Losing to Florida was
a terrible loss.
But so they went 10-3, barely missed the playoff. I mean, they were probably the next team. They were close to being the next team in. And they fired the defensive coordinator and their passing game coordinator. I don't even know what that means. Their defensive passing game coordinator gone, bringing back the guy that was the defensive coordinator 15 years ago that everybody was fired up about, thinking he was going to be their next head coach, Will Muschamp. Is it going to work? These situations almost never work because the game is different. Time has moved. History moves. We'll see. 7:36. It's finally Friday. 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. You can text us at 225-9697. 225-9697. We're sitting at about 35 degrees or so. We'll get your weather breakdown coming up in a little more. Love it. Wait, what does he love? Chopper Dave loves something. At 7:24, 12 minutes ago, he loved something, and I just saw it.
If it was the boneless thigh talk.
Maybe. How did the chickens walk around without bones? Without thighs. How do they walk around without bones?
Nathan, do you have a milk jug? I got to go start buying gasoline for my Christmas shopping. I'm going to buy everybody a gallon of gasoline.
One of our listeners texted us, the only activity I did in school was shoot spit wads at the teacher. A spit wad. A wad of spit. Put paper in your mouth, chew it up, and spit it.
Can't you get in trouble for that? Dropping turkeys from my chopper. Wait a minute, are they boneless turkeys? You know, if you drop some turkey breasts, I could get behind that.
See, the reason it was so awful and funny on WKRP in Cincinnati, there was going to be a turkey drop. Turns out they were live turkeys. and turkeys can't actually fly. They were just hitting the pavement from 100 feet in the air.
So not dropping butterballs.
No.
Frozen?
They were
That would
dropping
hurt.
live turkeys, and the newsman said,
Les Nessman.
"Oh, the humanity."
Was that Les Nessman?
I think so.
See, Howard Hessman was on the show.
Yes.
But a character on the show was Les Nessman,
Oh, he was a real character, too.
who spoke of golfer Chai Rodriguez.
7:37 in 3 seconds. It will be 7:38 with your most timely time updates. This is the last day of school, by the way, this semester. Can you believe the first semester is gone for public school?
Wow. One down, one to go. Seems like it was just ridiculously, miserably hot in August. And now here we are at the end of the semester.
I'm pickup guy for my 11-year-old. She's in 5th grade at Oak City, a 5th grade school. And so I pick her up every day. And in the first week or 2 or 3, close to the first month of school, there was a lot of cars where I parked. But somewhere about a month in, I noticed the weaning process began and fewer cars were. And now I'm wondering, where are all the parents?
Have the kids dropped out?
Have we had a mass exodus from Elk City 4th, 5th, 6th grade school?
Is there more carpooling? Are kids walking home?
Doubt it. Where did all the parents go?
Have the kids moved into the schools? Maybe they're just not leaving the building. Or have they all dropped out? Have they all had to take jobs to support the family?
I know it's not movie review day, but a great Christmas movie is The Spirit of Christmas. You can find it on Amazon. It's a pretty good one. Spirit of Christmas. I wonder what that is. I did watch a movie last night. I know Landry watched a movie. We might recap those because they were so good. Really enjoyed that. Spirit of Christmas on Amazon.
The Spirit of Christmas is a 2015 film that you can watch on Roku and maybe other places with Thomas Bialdoin, Jen Lilly, Robert Walsh, Katie Salowski, Christopher Tarjan, and Brett Lee.
Is that the one where, no kidding, he's a ghost? I mean, he's come back he's from the 1800s, but he's come to this inn because he died or something?
That's a great question. Nathan, let me answer that by saying a young lawyer finds romance with a spirit that takes the form of a human 12 days before Christmas.
12 days before Christmas, my spirit gave to me.
It's streaming on Roku. You can rent it for $1.79 from Prime Video, $2.99 from Fandango at home, $3.99 from Apple TV.
Hey, one of our listeners texted us at 225-9697. I love you, Dr. Johnny Fever and Venus Flytrap.
Nathan and Landry Brewer will continue to confuse you in just a little bit. On the early morning show on KECO.
Briley Baca is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Every dollar you save for retirement has a silent partner, and it's your crazy Uncle Sam. He's waiting with his hand out, ready to take a chunk of your IRA, your 401k, and even your Social Security if you're not careful. But here's the truth. You can fight back. With the right strategy, you can keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket and out of Washington's. At Advanced Financial Strategies, we specialize in family wealth management, helping families in western Oklahoma cut down on future tax bills, maximize income, and keep control of their financial future. Don't wait for the IRS to decide how much of your retirement you get to keep. Call me, Briley Baca, a certified financial planner professional here in Clinton, at 323-6800 or visit our website, retirewithbaca.com. Advanced Financial Strategies, your money, your future, your choice.
They have a record of standing by their drivers. Their doors are always open, and their communication is direct and honest. They want to help you build a career. Fair warning, though, if you're chasing 50 cents more an hour, Canyon Oilfield Services might not be right for you. But if you're looking for continuous work with a team that sticks with you in good times and bad, then Canyon is where you want to be. Apply online at canyonoilfield.com or go by the office a mile and a half south of the Elk City Golf Course. At Canyon Oilfield Services, the key word is service.
So if your farmer need a hose built, you can come in, we'll build it. Oilfield customer and need us to come out and see you, we'll come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. Solves that problem. I'm Brock Kalk, and my company is American Hose and Supply. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings, oilfield or agriculture. You needed a hose like yesterday. We will stop what we're doing, and if we got to go to our Oklahoma City shop and get it, we'll do that. And I've done that for a lot of my customers. The business I've done with the oil field, they got to see your face. Whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever the customer prefers, that's what we're going to do. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings. In the oil field, sometimes you get a call for a crazy, hey, can you get this? And you go find it for them. American Hose and Supply. Come by and see us at 2111 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma, in Camrock Building next to Fred's.
Or call 303-1123.
Solves that problem.
My dad and I don't change our minds easily, but we really wanted better grades on our cotton. So a couple of years ago, we met with Keith and the team at Carson County Gin. I'm cotton farmer Spencer Smith, and my dad is Jimmy Smith. We liked what we heard and saw in that meeting. We liked it a lot. Keith Mixon said he wanted to earn our business, so we gave him a chance, and it paid off. The communication was great through the whole process. They contacted me on a regular basis. When I called them, someone always answered the phone. The cotton came out looking great. Their attention to detail got us a higher grade and a higher price. Turnaround time was excellent, but they made sure to do the job right to get us better, cleaner cotton. And then they helped us sell it for more money. Carson County Gin is located near White Deer, Texas, west of Pampa. You'll find them online if you Google them. Dad and I trust the team at Carson County Gin with our livelihood. They're the kind of people we want to do business with.
You get a cup of coffee, you walk up to the cashier to pay, and there it is, a world of possibilities right there at your fingertips. The Penny News, our free gift to you.
The Brewer boys have a lot more to say. Get ready for more of the early morning show right now on KECO.
You know to make up. 7:44. It is finally Friday, 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. Nathan, Landry, and you, and we just appreciate it so much. Your forecast this hour brought to you by Carter Electric. Jimmy Carter Electric. Carter, Oklahoma Electric, Landry. Carter Evans Electric. Carter Electric. Carter Electric. And Carter Electric, but also, Landry, Carter Electric. Here we go. Are you ready for this? You better get ready. Sunny, 62. South winds up. 15 to 25, gusting near 40. It is going to be a breezy day, my friends. Tonight, mostly clear, 43. Tomorrow, sunny, 71. Today, 62 and windy. Tomorrow, sunny and 71. Right now, on the back porch, KECO, 36 degrees, skies clear. Beautiful sunrise. I looked out about 10 minutes ago. The sunrise was absolutely gorgeous.
Nathan, we should probably get into this while we still have time because the show's getting away from us.
Uh-oh.
Do we have sound over here?
Yeah.
There's a football game tonight in Norman, Oklahoma. Round one of the college football playoff. The Sooners hosting the Crimson Tide.
Let me just say, as I'm an OU fan, but I'm a realistic OU fan and a mildly superstitious OU fan, so let me go on the record as saying that way down deep in my logical bones, I really do expect Alabama to win this game. Because they're a very good team. OU was quite fortunate to win on the road. If it hadn't been for the 3 turnovers, Alabama's overall, I thought Alabama outperformed OU. They won everywhere but the scoreboard. And now Alabama's got this massive chip on their shoulder. So, and maybe I'm too pessimistic, but I expect Alabama to win. Now, I want OU to win. I hope they win. But that's the way I view it.
I'm telling myself that OU will lose. I'm telling myself just to be happy. The Sooners are in the playoff. It's a wonderful season. Exceeded all expectations. At the beginning of the season, I was hopeful for an 8-4 year.
Yeah, that was hopeful.
I thought Brent Venables would probably have to go at least 8-4 to keep his job. A couple of wins in, 3 or 4 wins in, I thought maybe 7-5. But I thought 8-4 would be a good season for Brent after going 6-7 last year, and wasn't it 6-7 the year before?
Something like that.
And so going 10 at the beginning of the season, if you had told OU fans the Sooners will go 10-2 and make the college football playoff, everybody would have been ecstatic. This season has exceeded everybody's expectations. And so going into the game tonight, I look at it as a no-lose situation for OU.
That's right. They have nothing to lose.
There should be no pressure on them, and it's a home game, so they should come out loose as a goose. I expect OU to lose. It's hard to beat a very good team twice in one season and 3 times in 13 months. It is very hard to beat Alabama
twice in one season. Most teams don't do that. Most teams, I saw a graphic recently, most teams haven't beaten Alabama twice in the last 10 years, let alone in one season. So the odds are in Alabama's favor tonight. I think Alabama will probably win, and I'll be mildly disappointed, but I'm going into it saying OU's probably going to lose. I think it will be a spectacle, a sight to behold.
It'll be fun.
People who have tickets are told they need to show up at least 45 minutes before kickoff. Apparently, they're going to do a lot of stuff, pregame stuff, and so everybody's encouraged to show up at least 45 minutes early. It could be a magnificent game. I look for OU's defense to be as good as it always is. I'm hopeful the offense will be a little bit better with some healthy running backs. Maybe having Javonte Barnes back.
Well, good night. The offense couldn't get much worse, could it?
No, and that's the thing. OU's been able to win some games with a cruddy offense. If the offense was just mediocre, could move the ball a little, score some points. The defense has only given up, 14 touchdowns this season? A ridiculously low number. Like the next lowest number is something like 24. I'm probably wrong about that.
Well, here's what you can't discount, though. Alabama, they're a proud program.
Chopper Dave just agreed. Maybe he agreed with our assessment that this season has exceeded all expectations, or that Alabama will probably win, that it's hard to beat Alabama twice in one season. But I know they repainted the field, the OU logo, plus they put college football playoff first round brought to you by... Okay, just the college football playoff part.
It'll be fun. Win or lose is going to be fun. And you know what? They should enjoy. I hope, of course, they're all going to want to win, which I appreciate. But you also, because these things don't come around very often, these opportunities don't, I hope they're able to enjoy it.
I never do scores. I think it's going to be, 21-10. I never do that. I just think Alabama will probably win.
It'll be low scoring.
Probably. You don't usually score a lot of touchdowns against OU.
So, and OU doesn't score a bunch of touchdowns against anybody.
Right. And so, it might be 13-10.
So I said, look, earlier this morning, off air, I said first team to 20 points wins, and I may be right.
Chopper Dave agrees. Win or lose tonight, the season has exceeded expectations.
10 minutes away from the top, 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. Nathan, Landry, and you. Latest penny news, I've got it. Get your own. Hey, you can't have mine, okay? This is mine. Go get your own. We distribute thousands of copies a week. It came out a day and a half ago. Vehicles, yep. Oh, look at all these trailers. Page 18, trailers. A GR 16-foot bumper pull stock trailer, $10,975. A GR 24-foot full top, high side, and rubber lifetime floor, $29.75. Got some cattle trailers there, too. Page 18 of the Penny News if you need trailers.
See, there's only one college football playoff game tonight, but there are 3 tomorrow.
Would you have rather OU drawn one of the Saturday games, or are you glad it's tonight?
I'm glad it's tonight because it's a night game. I think I like being the only game tonight. Tomorrow, it's Texas A&M and Miami. It says 12 p.m. Is this Central or East? I don't know. The first game is Texas A&M and Miami. The second game is Ole Miss and Tulane. And the third game is Oregon and James Madison. What a stinker. So Texas A&M and Miami, that could be a game. Ole Miss and Tulane, sounds like a stinker.
Yeah.
Oregon and James Madison, also a stinker.
Tonight's game should be the premier game of the weekend, then.
It should be. Well, game day is in Norman.
You know who their guest picker is, don't you?
They have 2 guest pickers. One who will pick OU and one who won't. The Boz.
Yeah, baby.
Isn't Johnny Manziel the other one? Did I dream that?
I don't know.
Brian Bosworth is a game day chooser.
Well, and who do they think he's going to pick?
I think we all know.
What is the point? They just want him because he's the sheriff of Fansville.
Hello, sheriff.
Who are you going to be rooting for tonight? Sooners, Alabama, or Jake Paul? I'm going to watch Jake Paul. Hopefully he gets knocked out.
I'm sorry, who's Jake Paul?
There's a boxing match. Some sort of a fight. Or is it UFC? Or is it actual boxing or is it UFC?
At halftime of the OU game? Or is that when they're doing the punt, pass, and kick finals?
There's one fella who's fighting another fella who's a head taller. I saw the weigh-in, and he was out looking up like that. It was so bizarre.
I think those were Eastern times. All those times were Eastern. So tomorrow at 11 a.m., Texas A&M and Miami. At 2:30 p.m., Ole Miss and Tulane. And then at 6:30 p.m., Oregon and James Madison. Because the OU game is tonight at 7 on ESPN and ABC.
Chopper says...
And on Toby Rowland.
Chopper says that Menziel will be tomorrow.
Oh, is that tomorrow?
At the Texas A&M game.
Oh, so game day moves.
So they're just getting homers.
Oh, yeah.
They're just getting homers to be guest pickers for their own. So Menziel's going to pick A&M, and Bosworth's going to pick OU tonight. Gee, who's next? We're going to get Staubach to pick Navy.
Oh, Jim Brown to pick the Browns.
Staubach to pick Navy. And, of course, the late, great James Madison to pick James Madison.
And Diego Pavia to pick the Heisman Trophy winner.
And Jared Atha to give you morning news on 96.5 KECO.
Good morning, partly cloudy and 34 outside. This is the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Atha. Plans are moving forward for a new Amazon delivery facility in Weatherford, a development local leaders say will strengthen the area's economy and create new employment opportunities. The company says they will build a 30,000 square foot delivery station in the Weatherford Industrial Park North. That's located near Interstate 40. The facility will play a role in Amazon's national logistics system, supporting faster delivery service throughout western Oklahoma and nearby regions. The Weatherford Industrial Trust, working with the city of Weatherford, finalized the sale of slightly more than 10 acres in the Industrial Trust North Park for the project. The agreement represents the first completed land sale within the park, signaling momentum for future business growth and investment. Construction is slated to begin early next year. City officials view the project as a major milestone in expanding Weatherford's industrial footprint and attracting additional development to the area. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has filed a lawsuit against Xcel Energy, claiming the utility caused the 2024 Smokehouse Creek fire, the largest wildfire in Texas history, which also spread into western Oklahoma. The fire forced evacuations in western Oklahoma communities, including Durham and Crawford. At its peak, the Oklahoma Forestry Service reported more than 90,000 acres burned in Ellis County's Catesby fire and more than 26,000 acres in Beaver County's Slapout fire. Paxton says broken Xcel utility poles sparked the fire, calling the damage preventable and accusing the company of failing to replace aging infrastructure. The wildfire killed 3 people, destroyed thousands of head of cattle, and caused more than $1 billion in damage. The lawsuit seeks financial damages and court-ordered action to prevent future wildfires. This Saturday night is the final night for weekend activities at Christmas in the Park in Elk City. From 6 to 9 p.m. at Ackley Park, families can enjoy the Mistletoe Express Bus, Holly Jolly Trolley, Centennial Carousel, Candy Cane Express Train, horse-drawn carriage rides, free miniature golf, and visits with Santa and Mrs. Claus. The Christmas light display will continue nightly from sundown to sunup through New Year's Eve, but Saturday is the last chance for the full activity lineup. Christmas in the Park features more than 1 million lights and has been a holiday tradition in Elk City since the 80s, drawing visitors from across Oklahoma and beyond. These stories and more on our Facebook page and website. Right now, partly cloudy and 34. This has been the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Atha.
Fence building or welding? John 6 will get her done. 6 Wire Company. 580-497-6213.
Your morning dose of information returns right now. Let's get back to the early morning show on KECO.
They just have to move the ball.
Landry. Listen, OU can score as long as the defense is on the field. I like their chance to score.
Yeah, it's the only team I know of, and this is the only time it's been true with OU football. I'm happier when the defense is on the field than when the offense is.
I think if they defer to they should go on defense both halves.
Mm-hmm. Can we take the wind? Can we take the wind and just give you the ball both times, but let us pick the... You have an uncle who is rooting for you to have a massive retirement because he'll be standing right beside you with his hand out. He's your Uncle Sam. If you want to keep Uncle Sam out of your retirement, those two big fellas that were here yesterday are real good at it. Brian and Briley Baca, Advanced Financial Strategies. They're in Clinton, block and a half south of Homeland. The website, retirewithbaca.com. Got any of that Christmas music? Bring us up some of that. You still leave that up? Or
Yes. And we're just assuming.
Landry,
what is,
Landry,
hold on.
This
hold on.
is really troubling me.
Let me.
Last night I watched a movie called Snowed in Christmas. It was Snowed in Christmas.
Try it now.
We're two writers who write for the same magazine, Epiphany Magazine, an online magazine. They're going to Aspen to write a big story, and they're competing for their jobs. They're writing for their livelihood, Landry, and they get stuck in Santa Claus, Indiana. You talked about it a couple of nights ago. And it was lovely and charming. You watched Must Love Christmas.
It was another lovely Christmas movie with two journalists. Actually, one is a novelist, one was a journalist. You've got this modern-day Danielle Steele who writes Christmas romance novels.
Christmas romances, yes.
And she's a recluse, though. She got burnt. Nathan, she got burned by a journalist writing a hit piece about her. And so she started staying inside her home and never leaving. And trying to write new stories, and they're all duds because she never leaves her home. Well, it turns out there is a magazine that is on the verge of merging with another if they don't get their subscriptions up. So they need to go after the white whale, a really big story.
Yeah.
And so a guy journalist says, let me cover this reclusive novelist who's going to a Buffalo book signing deal. And they wind up in the... stranded because of a snowstorm at Cranberry Falls, New York, at a lovely inn where author Charles Dickens once stayed. And the journalist is allowed to write about the novelist, and, well, the two of them find out they really like each other. And it's very nice. Cranberry Falls, Nathan.
Fox News, Exploring Energy, Tradio at 10, Today in Ag at noon, Backroads at 3, country music all day long, and local award-winning news and sports. I suppose we'll have the OU football game on Cool 94.
Don't see why
with
not.
the typical 6-hour pregame show. What time's kickoff? 7?
7 o'clock.
So we'll start the pregame around noon. No, it'll start about 4 o'clock this afternoon, because that's the way we do it. 3-hour SEC pregame on Cool 94. Good luck to the Sooners. I hope they win. I want them to win. I don't think they're going to, but I hope they do, and I'm pulling for them.
No show tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. In honor of Saturday, we're not going to have a show
or
tomorrow.
Sunday.
I hope you remember, though, while you're enjoying Christmas music and watching OU, I hope you remember KECO loves you, because we do.
Pick up on a dirt road, kicking up dust. That's what country sounds like. 96.5 KECO, Elk